You are standing in your garage in early September, and something has changed. The temperature dropped. The daylight shifts earlier now. You do not see anything yet, but in 2 weeks, maybe 3, you will. Brown recluse spiders, Loxosceles reclusa, are moving inside. They do this every fall. They are not invading from outside. They live here year-round, hidden in the dark. But as the nights cool, they hunt closer to warmth, closer to you. You will find one in a box of old clothes, another near the water heater. A bite from a brown recluse causes a necrotic lesion, dead tissue that spreads for weeks. Most bites are mild, but some leave permanent scars. Some never fully heal. Now, here is what most people do not know. This does not have to happen. I have spent 20 years studying Loxosceles reclusa in garages and basements across Missouri, Kansas, and Arkansas. My father worked in pest ecology before me. He taught me to read a space. I am going to show you a method I use in every garage I treat. It costs 1 item from your kitchen. You probably have it right now. By the time we are done, you will know how to build a barrier. A perimeter that brown recluses avoid entirely before they ever move inside. Here is exactly what will happen over the next few minutes. First, you will learn why crushed garlic stops them. The mechanism matters. Then, I will show you the 2 places where brown recluses enter every time. Finally, you will know the spray pattern that works. No guessing, no gaps. One more thing before we start. Near the end, I will show you the part that changes everything. It is about where you cannot spray, and why that matters more than where you can. Stay with me for that. But first, let me show you what brown recluses actually look for in a garage. It is not what you think. Now that you know what is coming, you have to find where they are hiding. I stepped into my garage on September 23rd, the first real day of fall. The temperature outside has dropped. Inside, it is still warm, still dry, still perfect for them. This is the week they move. Not next week. This week. I turn off the overhead light. I wait 60 seconds for my eyes to adjust. A flashlight and a long ruler in my other hand. That is my toolkit. I start at the ceiling corners where the walls meet overhead, moving the beam slowly. Brown recluse webs are not the neat circles you expect. They are scraggly, flat, off-white sheets. Most people miss them because they do not look like webs at all. Now I move down to my upper shelving, disturbing nothing yet, just looking. I see 3 cardboard boxes stacked against the back wall, undisturbed for more than a season. Those boxes are exactly what I came for. Cardboard holds warmth. It mimics bark. They love it. With my ruler, I tip the first box forward, slowly, my other hand ready with the gloves. Nothing flees. I look at the underside where it sat, the corrugated channels inside. Empty this time. But I mark this zone anyway, because one found means others cluster nearby. I move along the wall-to-floor junction, the cove where concrete meets the wall. Spiders travel perimeters, not open floor. I shine the light along the entire edge. Behind the water heater, in the corner, the area is warm and undisturbed for months. I use the ruler to reach in and move a rolled tarp that sits there. A single brown recluse, tan-colored, legs spread maybe 2 inches, freezes when the light hits it. I photograph it in place, note the exact corner, and step back. 1 spider here means a cluster. 3 or 4 more are likely in adjacent harborage. I have now mapped where to treat. The inspection tells the treatment exactly what to hit. Tomorrow I will return with the method that forces them out for good. But first I need to mark every hiding zone in this garage. Now that you know exactly where those spiders hide, saturation becomes your move. I take my inspection map, those corners, cardboard boxes, wall coves I marked, and I prepare my spray. Crush 12 garlic cloves into a blender with 1 quart of water. The crushing matters because it releases allicin, the sulfur compound that makes garlic burn. Blend for 30 seconds until the water turns cloudy white. Strain it through cheesecloth into a spray bottle. Add 1 tablespoon of dish soap. The surfactant clings to cardboard and fabric where spiders hide. This is not a perimeter spray. This is a targeted saturation. You are not trying to kill the spider. You are making its hideout unbearable. Loxosceles reclusa is thigmotactic. It needs its body touching surfaces on all sides to feel safe. Saturate that comfort zone with allicin, and the spider will leave. Start with the cardboard boxes you found during inspection. Spray until the box is visibly wet, not just dampened. Corners, seams, inner folds. The allicin is volatile and active for roughly 48 hours as it breaks down. During those 2 days, the spider detects the compound through sensory organs on its legs. It does not like what it feels. It begins to move. Hit the ceiling corners next. The water heater perimeter, the wall coves where you saw silk. Spray the woodpile. Spray beneath the workbench. Spray inside stored shoes and clothing. Every harborage zone gets saturated, not spritzed. Once you have finished, do not disturb the treated areas for 48 hours. The spider follows pheromone trails back to its hideout. Sustained chemical interference breaks that habit. After 2 days, vacuum up the dead garlic residue and air the garage. The spider is gone, or it is heading for the next territory over. But that saturation is only the first half of the permanent solution. What you do next, the maintenance layer, is what keeps them from coming back at all. With the 48 hours of saturation done, you are past treatment. Now comes the part that actually holds. The garlic barrier worked because allicin breaks down over weeks, making hideouts chemically aversive to the spider's pheromone routes. But here is the secret I promised you back at the start, the one about gaps that cannot be sealed. Brown recluse compress their bodies flat. A gap you cannot see with your eye, they thread through. I have watched them slip through a crack thinner than a credit card. I measured one at 2 millimeters, so you can seal every visible gap in your garage and still lose the perimeter. That is why the garlic barrier is not a wall. It is a fence you refresh. Month 1, September. I spray the barrier around every doorframe, baseboard, and pipe penetration. Month 2, October. The spiders test the perimeter. I find the test sites. Chalky evidence where they turned back. Month 3, November. I resaturate. The allicin layer weakens. I restore it before winter dormancy sets in. Month 4, December. I check the glue traps I have placed flat along walls. Each trap is a census. A trap with 3 spiders tells me the barrier is working. They are walking into it, not avoiding it. A trap with 10 tells me a gap has opened, or the spray has broken down faster than I predicted. I adjust. I do this work through January, February, and into March, when brown recluse activity creeps back. Now, look at what we have just walked through. The inspection hunt mapped your hideouts. The saturation method flooded those zones with allicin for 48 hours. The monthly refresh keeps the chemical barrier alive while you seal the unseeable gaps behind the scenes. The glue traps are your eyes. They tell you what is working and what is failing. I have done this cycle for 20 years on 3 different properties. The garage stays clear because I never stop. Not because the garlic kills them, because I do not let them settle. Here is my question for you. When you set your first traps, what number on one board surprises you most? I read every single comment. Tell me what you find and what gap you discover that seemed impossible to spot.